hit that notification button. Don't forget to share this video with your fellow veterans. Good evening, everyone. My name is Dwayne. I got a video for that Kimball, United States Army veteran and retired VA rating specialist. How is everybody doing this evening? I am super excited for tonight's Q&A and topic of discussion. Please leave me a comment and let me know where you are joining in from. Which city, state? I definitely want to hear that. I'm super excited about tonight. I have a lot to share with you. Okay, so before we get going, tonight's Q&A is sponsored by Access Medical Solutions. If you need a medical DBQ and Nexus statement, make sure you reach out to Access Medical in Lafayette, Louisiana. Talk to Dr. Freeman and his team. They will get you set up. Also, Tampa Counseling and Wellness in Tampa, Florida. If you need a mental DBQ with Nexus statement, please reach out to Dr. Carlos Garcia and schedule your appointment. Now, both of these individuals, they have an extensive background in completing DBQs and Nexus statements, and also they are veterans. If you go through my channel, I've interviewed these individuals and the videos are on my channel. And in my opinion, these two organizations are the leading organizations in the private sector as it pertains to medical DBQs and mental health DBQs. So throughout the night, I will be putting their contact information in the comment section. Also, I want to say a big thank you to everyone that has supported me over the last 5 years on YouTube. My team and I, we spend a lot of time on our channel. In our Thursday meetings, we talk about thumbnails, topics. I'm doing research. I'm in the 38 CFR, the M21-1, to bring you the most up-to-date information as it pertains to the VA disability compensation claims process, and all their work has paid off, everyone. Thanks to you. We have reached 100,000 subscribers, okay? So this came in the mail yesterday. I was headed to my son's birthday dinner with my wife, and this was sitting on the porch for us. So I just wanted to give a shout out to everyone that has supported me. My team and I, we're going to continue to bring you educational videos to help you win. We're going to be doing some new things probably later this month or next month in the first part of next year. Trust me, it is going to be a VA headbanger. Nuggets, nuggets, nuggets. Also, if you have not gotten the book, VA Claim Success, there's another book out there, but it's a fraud. It's a fake. This is the book you want, VA Claim Success. Now, I've heard people say, oh, don't get the book. All this information is out there on YouTube. How can it be when I pulled it from here in my VA training? Okay, a lot of people have left comments and said, hey, Dwayne, I've been following you for a couple of years on YouTube and bought your book. Now I'm at 90%. Now I'm at 100%. Or I got a service connected for a benefit that I've been getting denied for the last couple of years. Okay, so topics that I discuss, yeah, you can find them on YouTube, but they're not coming from my brain as a rater. There's a difference. Okay, so when you look at my videos, I'm showing you the 38 CFR and the M21-1 reference. I'm not just getting on YouTube, just talking. I am giving you VA receipts that you can use to win your claim. Okay, so I'm going to be dropping this information in the chat. Okay, I started a little bit late. I was looking doing some other stuff. Also, let me know. I did a video last week, VA employee exposed. If you saw that video, leave me a comment in the comment section. And someone replied to it. And I must assume that he was either that same person with a different handle or another VA employee. If you want me to address that comment and break it down, I will. But this is the last time I'm going to talk about VA employees that are not advocates for veterans, because we can't focus on that. We can't change their mind. We need to take that energy and put it into your own personal claim. And the reason why I did that video is because I wanted you to understand there's VA employees out there that are not advocates for you. And the only way that you can beat them is getting educated on this process. Not going out and get a VA claims lawyer. That might help a little bit, but you need to know this process. So when they do something dirty, you can pick up on it. Okay. And that's what we do here. We educate you on the VA claims process. Okay. So again, we talked about our sponsors. I'm going to put Dr. Freeman's information in the comments first, and then I am going to add Dr. Carlos Garcia. So if you need a medical or mental health DBQ and Nexus, you need to reach out to these individuals. And in my opinion, I think they're the leading organizations out there that's doing DBQs and Nexus statements. Okay. Also, just a quick update. We have our quarterly webinar, 2-day webinar, how to win your VA compensation claim. That will be on the 18th and 19th of this month. And I'm going to put that link in the comment section as well. It's going to be a 2-day event, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time each night. And we do these quarterly, okay? We do these quarterly. So if you missed it back in August, you could make sure you get signed up. We still got some seats available. We're going to cap it to about 20, 25 seats. If you miss it this time, the next one will be held probably mid or late of February. All right. So again, if you want me to share that comment, give my rebuttal, I'll do it. But this is the last time I'm going to talk about it. Like I said, I just did that video because I wanted everybody to be aware that, you know, what people were saying about veterans. Okay. But again, we can't let that distract us from what we're doing with our claim. Okay. So Bob says, please do so. I'll see how many comments we get, and I'll address it, and then we'll leave it alone and keep trucking. All right. So Happiness says, so excited. Okay. So what we're excited about? You excited about tonight? Big. Greetings, Dwayne. Are spouses removed as dependents once they start using Chapter 35, or are only children removed once they start children? Okay, so what they're saying, what Fig is saying, if you have your wife or your husband that you're getting paid for, obviously you got to be 30% or higher, right? And you have a dependent. The dependent goes off to college, and the veteran is no longer getting compensated monthly for that dependent that's in college. Your wife or your spouse will remain on your ward. Okay. Also, we got 118 people. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe if you are not a subscriber. Okay. Your videos are amazing. Thanks for all the information. M. Lewis, thank you for the support. I definitely appreciate it. Like I stated earlier, my team and I, we put a lot, even in the thumbnails. We want to make sure, you know, we give some electrifying thumbnails. They might be not so great to so many people, but we just want to do something different. But I put a lot of hours during the week doing research, seeing what changed, and then putting this information together to share with you. Okay, filed a supplemental claim within the year of the decision. Okay, should be within the year of the notification letter, not the rating decision. The VA used our new intent to file date for supplemental, call the A on the number and wrote an addendum with them as well as a 4138. Okay. So that's a high level review all day. If they got the effective date incorrect. Okay. And that happens. As a rater, I did it rushing, not paying attention, whatever the case may be. But just make sure you have all of your evidence. So when you do that high level review, you know where to identify it in the rating decision. Look up the 38 CFR on effective dates. And then if you have a copy of your claims folder, hopefully you kept copies of this evidence, you can tell that decision review officer what that effective date should be per that 38 CFR. Okay. Do we upload that to the supplemental claim? No, if they got the effective date wrong, that is not a supplemental claim. Supplemental claims are when you were denied. Okay. Had a VSO, but Lane taken over because he is the bureau chief and agrees they were supposed to use our new intent to file for the continuing supplemental. Okay. If it was, I'm assuming you got denied, did supplemental, got granted. Okay. They gave you incorrect effective date. That's not another supplemental. That would be a high level review. Calling the 800 number, they're just taking down what you tell them, putting it in your file. Okay. They're not decision makers. Okay. All right. I watched all your video. You watched all my videos, M. Lewis. I was counting the day. I think I got 418 videos and 88 live streams, and you watched all of them. Hey, you are a super follower. Okay. And I definitely appreciate it. And that makes let's see, I watched all your videos. I'm sorry, on DBQs. Okay, I got ahead of myself. Makes them sufficient. This is my first claim that I filed. I'm curious, does my case file still need to be reviewed in order for my DBQ to be accepted? It's going to depend on what you're claiming, because if this is your first claim, you don't really have a claims file. You're only going to have the prescribed claim form that you submitted to the VA, any additional evidence, and then they're going to go out to RMC and get a copy, or not a copy, but they're going to get your medical records from active duty and your military personnel records. Now, I would say yes, because if you claim someone on direct service connection, that doctor needs to verify that incident, diagnosis, injury, or complaint in service. Okay. Nothing was reported while in service. Okay, so I just did a video on what are some of the conditions that you can claim without having proof, meaning documentation in service. Tinnitus, ringing in the ears, joint conditions if you have the parachute badge or the aerosol badge. Also, PTSD if you served in combat, or if it's a non-combat stressor, then you need verification. That has to be confirmed as well. 2022, just got diagnosed 2 months after I got out of service for sleep apnea with multiple complaints since 2017. Denied twice for direct service connection, going to attempt to go secondary sleep apnea, secondary to mental health. Or good. Do I submit a new claim? So if that'll be a supplemental. And lost but not found, that lets me know you did not reach a notification letter. Okay. And this is for everybody. When you receive that rating packet in the mail, it's going to come with 2 different documents: a notification letter and a rating decision. Also, in my book, okay, I give you an example of the first page of the notification letter and the first page of the rating decision. Okay. That's very important. You got to know the difference between the two. You have to. Lost but not found in the notification letter. And guess what? I got a video on this. There's a page that tells you about supplemental 0995, high level review 0996, and then BVA and the claim form that you need to submit for that. And it gives some instructions. Okay. So make sure you go back and read that notification letter. Okay. Yep. We ready to go live. We are ready. We are ready. Okay. So we got some people in from Tennessee. Okay. The best game, the best game in the game right here. All right. All right. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Detroit. No fly zone. Who's that guy named that created No Fly Zone up there? What was his name? Trick. Yeah. All right. We got Philly. Okay, the Lions, they doing pretty good this year. Bob from Maryland. Okay. Snowy Colorado. Okay, already getting snow. It was 91 today here in Florida. I think it was a record for us. Thanks for everything you do, sir. Hey, I definitely appreciate it. Thank all of you for the support. It's just showing the plaque, getting this. Um, it means a lot. My team, I haven't even told my team. I got it yesterday, so we got a team meeting in the morning. So I'm going to give the news to them tomorrow. Without all of you, that wouldn't be possible. So thank you, definitely appreciate it. Detroit, ATL by the way of Detroit. I'm assuming. Puerto Rico. Okay, I see you, PR. Do all VBA raters at different locations work general mental health claims? I know some places only get MST, but that's not my claim from Oregon. Okay. Yes and no. So I know when I rated, they had teams. I think it was called a special issue team, and they did stuff like military sexual trauma, some of the hard cases, Parkinson's, MLS, and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure, every rater knows how to work those claims, but they may have each regional office. There's a lot of different regional offices, so I can't say what each individual one did. I know when I worked at the St. Petersburg regional office, what they did, but they could be doing that differently now. But all raters should know how to work those claims because we all got training on it. Okay. Kenny, all right, you from Florida. All right, I see you. I'm in the Tampa area. So, Kenny, I hope if you're on the West Coast, hope you wasn't affected by those two hurricanes. And we got another one coming over Cuba that's supposed to go up through the middle of the Gulf. So, thanks, Chris. Definitely appreciate it. And thank you for all the support over the past few years. Definitely appreciate it. RC, yep. Thank you, sir. Derek Smith, congrats. Hey, I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Drakeford, congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, yep. All the congrats. Everybody, I appreciate it. Again, couldn't have done it without all of you showing the support. Congrats to you and your team. Outstanding accomplishment. Your hard work has paid off. Yep. And we're going to keep going. We're going to keep bringing these educational videos to you, making sure you get educated. All right. So we got 159 people in here tonight. Let me know how many people have how many likes we got. Come on, let's get it up. Big congrats on reaching 100K. Love that for you and your team. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Congratulations, Mr. Kimball. Is it live yet? I was sitting here doing something and I looked up and I was like, it was like 000. I was like, I'm like 60 seconds behind, but okay. So D Shab said he watched. Okay. Yes, please do. I'm talking about the comment. I saw it. RC say he saw it. My friend in New Mexico knows him. It's actually his doctor. Oh, okay. Are we talking about E.A. White, 1984? Okay. So, okay, here you go. If you need a medical DBQ, definitely reach out to Access Medical Solutions. In my opinion, the best in the biz. Did a couple interviews with Dr. Freeman back in February. His team is awesome. Make sure you reach out. He's definitely an advocate for veterans. Lost but found. Okay, in the Philippines. Okay. We see you. Okay, mental health. If you need a mental health DBQ and action statement, Dr. Carlos Garcia awesome guy. We work with him and his team. I know um, you will love him. Okay. And both of these individuals are veterans. Here's the link to the Eventbrite for our event webinar on the 18th and 19th. Make sure you get your seat. We do these every quarter, and I'm only going to do about 20, 25 seats. I think the first time I did it last year, we had like 532 people sign up. Only 100 and some showed up. So we're gonna limit that. Okay. Jesse from Iowa. Okay. Thank you, Jesse, for coming in. Greetings. Okay. Ronetta. I had a supplemental claim exam for IBS yesterday. I presented to the nurse practitioner, like you said. She pulled up all my records back to basic. I told her I went to sick call about my stomach because I didn't, let's see, cut off there. Army vet out in 2007 with 20%. Watch your incentive videos, file for increase in things I've been dealing with since I left. Went from 20 to 90 and still waiting for PTSD claim to put me at 100. There it is. Y'all can do this on your own. You can do it on your own. Just got to invest that time. Thanks for sharing. Jay Morales, when the VA scheduled a veteran for a for an evaluation, can the personnel evaluating the veteran manipulate the body parts of the veteran to achieve the no, they should not be touching you. And I'm assuming you're talking about range of motion. No, they should not be doing that. Okay. No, because it's not the true range of motion. Okay. If they're pushing you, forcing you, that's not a true representation. Bob, Dwayne, is suicide ideation required for a 70% mental health rating? You know what? Good question. I don't know if they changed the back end of VBMS, but I know when I rated, if the veteran had, let's just say the doctor checked the social and occupational impairment for the 50%. And the doctor selected maybe like 5 symptoms, and one of those was suicidal ideation. 9 times out of 10, the 70% VBMS was kicking out that 70%. And that's what I went with. Whatever the system said, hey, that's what I went with. Now, excuse me, when we first started using VBMS, I would check it. But if the total occupational and social box wasn't checked in the 70%, but the 50% box was checked along with some symptoms, and the system said 70, I'm giving the veteran 70. But I don't know about these raters today. Okay. RC 32 denied for IBS also. Okay. Todd, thanks for all you do. Appreciate it, sir. Do veterans need to obtain a nexus letter for MST, PTSD claims if they have all the marker evidence available, including VA mental health? Yes. Yes. And you said markers, so make sure you can confirm that marker. Okay. Denied the PACT Act presumptive sinusitis, said I don't have a current diagnosis, but I do. Would that warrant a high level review? It depends. Make sure that diagnosis for sinusitis is documented somewhere. Okay. Now, also, another reason why, if you had a CMP exam, you want to get a copy of that CMP exam is because if that doctor stated they reviewed your entire claims folder, and in fact, that diagnosis is in there, guess what? They didn't review your claims folder. They just pencil whipped it. Okay. So that's how you would win on high level review. You need that full transparency. Okay. One, how we doing, sir? Part 2, Bob. I hit return by accident. So I challenged my CMP exam before I am rated because the examiner called my symptoms passive ideation and morbid thought. Wow. I would let that play out, Bob, because I've seen examiners do that. and you want to get a copy of the whole exam. You just don't want to go in it half, cop. You want to make sure you see everything that examiner wrote, and then build your game plan from there. Because I would hate for you to go get all this stuff and you submit it and they still deny you. And you're like, you just did all this work, you know. Wait to get that information, and then I would wait to get that information, and then I would move forward from there. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, I lost where I was at. Okay, here we go. All right. Roger Chin. Hello, one of one. My CMP examiner doc said my migraines are less likely cause for my connected tinnitus. I submitted a supplemental nexus from a migraine treatment doctor that connected the migraine to my connected degenerative disc. Degenerative disc did an ACE, and the doc said less likely and used a rationale doesn't meet primary etiology of migraine headache in the medical literature. The VA sent it back to VES rework, and for the doctor to explain what he meant and provide sightings evidence. There it is. So I've seen some of these third-party examiners say less likely than not, and they'll just write one sentence in the rationale. And if a rater uses that, that is dead wrong. And you can win that on a high-level review. Win it, not, I don't mean win as in getting service connected, but winning to make that rater send. That's basically a DT error because the rater should have sent it back for clarification. Okay. My question is both completed DBQ by the CMP examiner meet the 50% rating. Well, if it's less likely than not, regardless if it meet the 50% or not, the rater is going to have to make a decision once all the evidence is of record. Claim assigned to rater, finalizer. Okay, hopefully you get a decision soon. Awesome. I was informed that if I was in a mental ward at the VA hospital for 30 days or more, that is an automatic 100% disability. Could you elaborate? Yes and no. And guess what, Roger? I got a video on that, and it didn't get a lot of views. So if you go to my channel, I did a video called paragraph 29 and paragraph 30. And what that is, one is for convalescence, if you have surgery like a knee replacement or something like that. The other one is when you spend 21 or more days in the hospital or a treatment facility. And Roger, it is a temporary 100%. So if you're in there for 30 days, you're going to get one temporary 100% for 1 month. If you're in there for 60 days, get where I'm going, right? So it doesn't mean, oh, I was in a mental health facility for 30 days. I was at 70%, and now I'm going to be at 100% for the rest of my life. Nope. As soon as they see that discharge, you submit that because you need to submit the entrance and exit report. And they look at those dates to determine how many months are they going to do the temporary 100% convalescence. Okay. Okay. Roger got a lot of questions here. Therapy, not sure the CMP exam. Not sure if the CMP examiner for the ACE reviewed the citing by my migraine treatment doc. The CMP doc is a cardiologist, I believe. If the VA denies my claim based on CMP doc and not take into account my treatment physician's nexus, what appeal do I have? How do I show that my nexus was valid? Okay. I know in my membership group, Roger, I provided a template for a nexus statement. Basically, a nexus statement, you got the date. The doctor should have a letterhead, then you have the date, the veteran's name, the veteran's social security number, evidence that was reviewed, the diagnosis, the medical opinion, and the rationale, and all the doctor's contact information. People, you need a rationale in the nexus statement. Everybody in my membership, when they look at those two examples, They know what it is. They know what the rationale is. Okay. And somebody, I can't remember who said it earlier, when they talk about the exam was sent back for clarification because the doctor didn't provide a legit rationale. So that's where the doctor well, basically they put their reasoning as to why it's less likely than not, or least as likely as not, meaning a positive opinion. Medical literature, the name of that medical literature. If there's an article, the name of the article, the year. If there was a medical study, the medical study, the year. Okay, that will help boast your nexus statement to ensure it's actionable and sufficient. Okay. Applying for SMCR1, my claim went to Raider October 22nd, then assigned to Raider Finalizer on 24th now, November 5th, assigned to now. Okay, good luck, D. Riley. In my rating time, I think I did R1s, R2s. I probably did less than 10. Those would take you, I think the last two that I did, I remember they were back to back. My supervisor gave them to me back to back, and it took me 3 days to rate those two claims. About two and a half, I think, because you definitely got to go back 2 or 3 times to make sure they use what is called an SMC calculator. Okay, and you got to make sure all those effective dates are right. It's brutal. It could be tough, but good luck. I hope you get it. Didn't get granted yet, still making a decision. Okay, stick in there. Stick in there. Raider, is that normal? Can't remember. Okay. Biloxi, Mississippi, but from New Orleans. Alicia, do you have that accent? You got that New Orleans accent. New Orleans. Been to New Orleans one time for Mardi Gras, years ago. Boston Strong. Okay, Charlotte, North Carolina. Okay, again, people, let me know. We only got 2 people. Let me know if you all want me to share that response. Somebody said that it was somebody's doctor in New Mexico, I think. ATL, Atlanta, a vet's life. Thank you from Puerto Rico. All right. Thank you for the support. They gave me 0% for hemorrhoids, but stated they acknowledged the hemorrhoids with where do my glasses? Bleeding and anemia, which is 20% per the 38 CFR. I don't think they looked at this right. Okay. So again, when you have a copy of that exam and it has those boxes checked for that 20% criteria and from the diagnostic code criteria, I'll let a review. ATL. All right, Chester. Love your content and just received your book. All right, all right. Roger Dodger, thank you for the support on the book. Congrats on the plain plaque. Appreciate it. Hampton, VA. All right. Texas. Okay, we're part of Texas. Thanks for all the info coming from, is that Mississippi veteran or Miss Veteran? Okay. Huntsville, Alabama. What is that? Okay, wait a minute. What's in? Oh, that's Alabama A&M up there in Huntsville. All right. Portsmouth, Virginia. Dallas. Okay. Savannah, Georgia, right off I-95. Grace Smith, congrats on the plaque. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Is it true that for CUE claims you only get 1 attempt? No. But just know what you're doing. When you do that, just know what you are doing. Okay. So we're about 34 minutes in. So I'm gonna tell you all something. I'm gonna give you a hint on one of my upcoming videos. I'm going to be providing some scenarios for all of you that are not service connected for tinnitus, you're not service connected for sleep apnea, you're not service connected for a mental condition, or you could be service connected for a mental condition and looking to do an increase. I'm going to do a video on that because 2.5 years ago, the VA said, oh, we're going to do these proposed changes. And then early this year, they said that they were going to implement these proposed changes April 2025. There's don't get all upset or nervous. There's nothing out there, but what I'm going to do, and let me know in the comment section if you all want me to do this. I'm going to do the video. I'm going to give some scenarios and kind of walk you through some things that I know will help you. But I want to follow it up with a private Zoom event where I can just take questions about those conditions only and what I'm talking about in that video. So if I do it and you log in and you say, Dwayne, hey, can you tell me about a back or neck? I'm like, nope, because we want to talk about tinnitus, sleep apnea, and mental conditions as it pertains to these changes April 2025. So let me know in the comments. Let me know if there's something you all are interested in. Okay. Charlotte, St. Augustine, Florida. All right. Thank you, Chester. All right. Oh, wait a minute. Missed somebody. Okay, Juan, thank you. Weber, okay, Tampa, Florida over here. Okay, I'm down at Apollo Beach. Where you at in Tampa, Weber? Congrats. Okay. Now, wait a minute. Hold up. Like Kevin Hart say, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I'm showing 224 people in here tonight. We only got 67 likes. Come on, people. Are we serious? Let's go. Let's get them likes up. Private doctor filled out DBQ, but under remarks, didn't say permanent, but have nexus from doctor saying permanent. Is that good enough? Yes. From Arizona, always great videos. Thank you. If I was doing it again, permanent in the remarks section, permanent in the nexus statement, the more times you have it in there, the better chance they will catch it. And if they don't, that's an easy high-level review, especially if you're 100%, but they decide to give you a routine future, which means you cannot be 100%. You can't be P&T with a routine future, okay? Angela Robinson, congrats. Thank you. Get the likes up. I know. Johnny, tell them. Let's go. Okay, you're on the Palm Coast, JW. Jacksonville and Panama City. Okay, so you are in Georgia. If you're in Jacksonville, Panama City might be borderline Alabama. Just kidding. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, here we go. Jay Black, my DD-214 does not show deployment of combat, and my records can't be found. Can witness statements established by deployment? Lay statements. Try that. I'm trying to think of what else. You know what? Call or get a hold of DFAS. And if there are some pay records that could be combat pay, contact DFAS and just say, hey, can't find any of my other records. Can you give me anything on combat pay? And if you get that information from DFAS, you can use that to substantiate your claim, whatever condition you're claiming, due to being in combat. There it is. Just drop that nugget. Okay. Did y'all catch that nugget? Puerto Rico. All right. Alicia, Judah. Oh my God. I can't believe they did that. Okay. Craig, congrats, big dog. More to come, I'm sure. Yes, sir. Thank you for the support, Craig. Appreciate it. Craig say, big dog. All right. Watched your videos a few years ago and went from 0 to 80. Everybody get a nitro. Put a 1 in the comment section or clap your hands icon in the comment section for nitro 0 to 80. Currently have 2, not 1, but 2 DTA errors, duty to assist errors, and a supplemental claim with a medical nexus. Okay, I hope you get it, Nitro. Let's go. Don't give up. I went from 0 to 70 using your book. Ooh, there it is, people. And videos, and no one should question your commitment to veterans. In your 12-hour stream you did for us. I know. Ooh, that was David Piatek and myself. He has a YouTube channel, VA Housing Education. If you need thinking about refinancing using VA home loan or purchasing a house, reach out to Dave Piatek. His YouTube channel is VA Housing Education. So we were thinking about doing another one, but maybe like 4 or 5 hours. But that 12 hours, man, that was something. Thank you for that support on that. We enjoyed that. We had fun. Gray says, Dwayne, that VA directive I found is listed on va.gov, publications, directives, 1046. Which one, Grace? Which one? Terry Roundtree, Miami in the house, got 305. Okay. Thanks for the live stream, Dwayne. We needed something else to focus on. Okay. Robert Mitchell from Bowie, Maryland. Okay. The Bowie? Bowie, Maryland. Yep. Mike from NYC, DD214 is wrong. Got denied for feet and knees because airborne badge was not listed. If you have, you have to go through your branch. I just did a video about discharge upgrade, but I did an older one earlier this year, I think, and showing you go to the VA's website and you can fill out an application online, you can print it out and then submit it to your branch. Okay, so if you were Army, it will go to I want to say the Pentagon. Okay. But they should be able to pull some DOD records, okay, and update it and give you a DD 215. All right. Is the VA raters experiencing a slowdown in processing? I have a couple of claims. One is a supplemental and one is a claim, and both have set for roughly 6 to 9 days and no progress. How to nudge? It's kind of hard to say because, in my opinion, and you heard me say this before, a lot of my members in my membership group, they've heard me say it. The training is not the same. And when VA employees, maybe they're not advocates for veterans or they just maybe not be paying attention in requesting CMP exams, asking you to complete a 4142 so they can go out and get medical evidence. When they do stuff like that, when they don't need to, that's a couple of reasons that prolong the claim. Okay. And they have to let it sit for like 30 days before they could do something else. It doesn't mean they're going to touch it on their 31st day. So when I rated claims, I, wanted to see people short, direct, and to the point. Okay. Give me enough to get you to the CMP exam. And then it goes back into the national work queue, and depending on how they have that algorithm set up and they disperse those to the regional offices, play a factor in that as well. Do you have any information on gynecological disorders, not FSAD? I was about to say I got a video on that. No, I do not. I do not. I think I did one about SMC, loss of use of a creative organ, but it wasn't FSADs. I think it was for like hysterectomies and stuff like that. If I do something, it might be like a private Zoom or something, AVETS Life. Yeah, good question. When I'm thinking, you got me thinking like some other conditions on the gynecological body system. Good question though. Alonzo from Fort Hood. Now, how you pronounce it? Cavaris? Okay. I was stationed at Fort Hood. I was in 182 FA, 1st Cavalry Division. And then I was reassigned to 282 FA, 1st Cavalry Division. I got my spurs while I was there. Okay. So you're in the 1st Cav, you know what it takes to get your spurs and your Stetson hat. Okay. Had a CMP exam for my back increase yesterday, and everything went well until the forward flexion part. When she had different numbers, I questioned her about it, and she got offended, asked if I want her to measure me again. You know what, BC? Now, I'm assuming when you say she measured it, she used the tool, which is a goniometer. Okay. And if she used that, I'm not going to say I'm surprised, but I hear a lot of veterans state that their examiners don't use it. Okay. But what was the forward flexion? Because in order to get 40%, has to be less than 30 degrees. Okay. Strong Beach, Long Beach. Okay. West Side. A family. Do you need to not work to be 100% PTSD due to MST? I was granted TW due to my condition and social avoidance. Nope, that's not a requirement. You can still work. Okay. And actually, I just did a video on that, and it was from I was showing one of the VA's videos where they were talking about, can you work if you're 100% permanent total? Now, IU, sorry, can you work individual unemployability and permanent total? Okay. And a lot of people, when I did a video years ago, oh, you can't work if you have IU. And then I did that video, and guess what? The VA said, yeah, you can, but it's marginal employment, something like that. Okay. Then you can't make more than a poverty level. VB, if you are rated for a service-connected disability, then after separation or diagnosed with another disability, and this new disability is worsened by your service-connected disability, is it possible? Okay, you kind of confused me on there. Are you service-connected for a condition and another condition that is secondary to that? Or you're saying you have a condition and the entire diagnosis changed? Okay. It's possible to claim it secondary to that service connect. Okay, yeah, you threw me off there, VW. If you are rated for a service connect disability, then after separation or diagnosed with another disability, that is new disability is worsened by your service connected. Yes, 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 yes. Secondary. Yep. Secondary. I was sent an unemployable form. Do I send it back? Okay. So in that rating decision, they should have said that they inferred IU. Make sure you read that. Inferred. They are not to infer, to deny. What they're telling you is, hey, we can grant IU, but we need you to fill this form out. So it's sort of like soliciting a claim. Make sure you go back and look at that rating decision and read that part about IU inferred. The reason why I know that, because I inferred IU a few times as a former VA rater trained by the VA. Okay. Thus, the information in the book, you can find the topics online, but not the way I break it down in the book. And we had a couple people come and say they purchased the book and are good to go. Okay. I told her yes. And then she stated to me, so you're telling me that's how far you can bend, as if she was questioning my integrity. It was 20-degree range, but then process to say she was going with her. Okay. I think I can't remember. I know I did a video on it. So if the VA examiner refuses to use a goniometer, watch that video, and you can do the same thing I talked about in the video. Yeah, you talk about this. You could do the same thing I talked about in the video. Okay. Even though they use a goniometer, yeah, she's wrong for that. So 35 degrees, that'll give you 20, or you can just turn around and just put in for another increase right after the fact. But if that's if you had intent to file maybe a year ago or something, and your overall percentage changes, yeah, that's going to affect your back pay. Have CMP exam for tinnitus on Sunday. Sunday, okay. Make sure you watch my videos. How do you win your claim for tinnitus? Use your video for there. Okay, there it is. All right. Okay, Alicia, thank you for the donation. I definitely appreciate it. It goes towards my grandmother's nonprofit that I created in her name. We're going to working with another company to build the website and some other stuff. We're putting together the mission, the vision, and we're going to put together like a care package. We don't know what we're going to call it, but our goal is to give away a care package of $5,000. We're thinking about putting a laptop, some other items for high school seniors to give to them that's going off to college, just to help them out. So that's where all these donations go to. So thank you. If they use the wrong record for the claim, can it be challenged? I never went to VMAC in Seattle or lived there. Ooh, Yes. Yes. Now, keep in mind, you possibly could not win that because let's say there was no evidence in that record. They said they reviewed, even it's not you. There's no evidence in there. It's not you. It's not going to help you. Okay. So look at the evidence section, which you did, but look at it again, Alicia, I'm sorry. And if you did get treatment at VMC, make sure that because they're not gonna list all the progress notes. They're gonna say, VA Medical Center progress notes from this date to this date. So make sure wherever VMEC, if you did get treatment from there, make sure that's there. But it not being there, I don't see how that will help you win an appeal because that information is not yours, right? Bob, thank you. Not a problem. I meant, can I challenge? Yeah, I got you. Is there every time where you can do a high level review to have, okay, people, got to read that notification letter. It's in the notification letter. It's on the 0996 in the instruction form, unless they took it out. You cannot do a high level review on a high level review. Okay. Good question, though, M Turtle. Good question. Okay. But no, you can't. All right. And when you get that letter, it's going to have a notification letter in there. It'll tell you what your options are. Okay. And people, you have to read both of those. You have to. Okay. Read my notification letter, followed the instances for medical records they use. I included medicals from my records in the military, which they missed. One was from MEPS location. What do you think? I'm getting part of the information. If you were given a CMP exam, see why they said no. If you didn't get a CMP exam and they said you wasn't in your records, then you got us a problem. If you got a CMP exam and it was, let's say, for direct service connection, if it's on your MEPS, that means it should be a pre-service aggravation opinion, not direct. Okay. Have vertigo as well as mineral disease favorable tonight is still denied, waiting on Board of Appeal. Woo! You're going to be there for a minute. Again, I got a video thinking about doing, and then I want to follow it up with 2, maybe 3, starting December, January, maybe February. I want to walk, and it'll be free. The Zoom will be free, and walk people through that process, so you can hopefully get service connected for April 2025 for tinnitus, sleep apnea, and service connection for mental condition or increase before the general rating criteria changes. Chris, compensation claim for migraines was denied. Never had a CMP. Filed a supplemental, no CMP either. Filed a high-level review where DTA went to the CP. See, that's crazy. That should never happen. You did, did your initial claim, the supplemental claim, and both of them missed it. That's bad. That never happened. That should never happen. Okay. So we're almost getting ready to wrap up. We got 6 minutes left. Somebody let me know, how many likes do we have? Okay. Somebody let me know. Okay. All right. So I'm going to jump over and get some of these questions for these donations. Okay. Thoroughly vetted. Thank you for the support. Can you recommend 2 or 3 honorable companies that provide? I already did that. Come on, people. I hooked you up. Look in the comment section. Look at Access Medical and look at Tampa Counseling and Wellness. Their contact information. Also, look at in the description section. I would say in any of my videos from August 2024 to now, their contact information is in there as well. I got the contact information in the comment section. So thoroughly vetted. Make sure you scroll back up to the top and get that information. Oh, let me make sure. Mental health. Yeah, Dr. Carlos Garcia. Yep. And let him know Dwayne sent you. KMD89. Roger Chan, thanks for what you do for all the vets. Hey, it's my pleasure. My team and I, we got a passion for this. We love it. We love it. And we're going to keep bringing you these educational videos. Gerald Davis, hello from Hawaii. Okay, Gerald, do you surf? I'm 90%. I had 5 CMP exams last week. Okay, PTSD, range of motion, my spine and neck, and COPD. I was awarded a Nexus in February 2/24, but I had to do it again yesterday. Did you think Jan? Oh, do you think you lost me with that one, Gerald? You lost me with that one. But I hope you get some good information from those CMP exams and you go from 90 to 100%. Okay, Nitro A, thanks for the donation. I was denied 4 times for sleep apnea. I watched your videos and rethought my strategy. A VES examiner, retired Army, wrote a Nexus, connected my sleep apnea to my 0% sarcoidosis, and it was granted. I used my sarcoidosis to connect my depression. I did a video on that, Nitro, secondary to secondary to secondary. I hope that's the video. Let me know if that was a video that you watched, okay? So people, okay, so as a former VA Raider, I'm giving you all the blueprint, okay? I'm giving you all the blueprint. And so when you get these VA employees come up here saying negative stuff, they know I'm right. And they're like, how dare you give them the inside information? So guess what? I'm like little Pookie on First 48. I'm snitching, I'm telling on everybody. So you can get these benefits that you deserve. It should not be that hard and it should not be adversarial, okay? Let's keep going. Jeffrey Beck, thank you for the donation, sir. I have a claim open for voluntary separation pay repayment since March, but it is sitting in evidence gathering. Still, there's anything I can do to get it over with. Let's see. I'm thinking, Jeffrey, you got me thinking. No, it's gonna come. Just make sure you read their correspondence, because what most VSRs do when you're repaying that separation pay, let's just say you're 100% and you're getting what, 37, no dependents, and you owe $10,000, they're going to withhold that whole amount until it's paid for. But in that letter, they'll let you know, hey, if you have some type of hardship, you can apply for that. And they'll say, okay, we'll just deduct 140, 130, 140, 10% until it's paid off. Okay. So make sure when they do make that decision, you read it front to back. Thomas, thank you for the donation, sir. I have my service treatment records that shows a diagnosis of, I'm not going to try to pronounce that, but thank you, back pain. I was diagnosed with autoimmune disorder, arthritis after service. I was denied for both. Any advice? If you have it documented, Thomas, in service, the back pain, right? And you have a diagnosis, back strain, or whatever. If you had a CMP, if you had a CMP exam, I'm assuming that you did, get a copy of that CMP exam to see, one, if that doctor reviewed your medical records from active duty. If they didn't, that's a high-level review. That's a DTA error. The Raider should have caught it and sent it back and said, hey, in your rationale, you stated that the veteran wasn't treated in service, and in fact, they were. Please look at that evidence and provide another medical opinion, okay? If they said they reviewed those records, right? Also, when you look at the CMP exam, look at the rationale, because the doctor could have said, yeah, he was treated in service, but it has resolved. If it hadn't resolved and you got evidence showing a current diagnosis, obviously it wasn't resolved, and the Raiders still should have sent it back. And thus, in both cases, What is that, people? Duty to assist there. DTA. Bill, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the donation. Definitely appreciate it. Yes, that was the video I used to connect my secondary to secondary. All right. See, and you know what, Nitro? A lot of people, they fell asleep on those nuggets. That video didn't get a lot of views, but I'm glad you viewed it and you won. Okay, so people, that's what I'm talking about. In my book. So somebody say, "Oh, you can get this information online." No, because I only know one other YouTube channel that the gentleman was a VA raider, and I've met him in person twice, and I know which regional offices that he worked where they worked at before he retired. Okay, so yes, the topics that I talk about in this book, yeah, you can find those online, but they don't break it down the way I do in the book. Okay, so when somebody tells you that, let them know what I said. Okay, it's about this education. The VA regulations are on your side. Oh, we got another donation here. Daniel, thank you, sir. Do HLR informal conference calls come from? No, that'll be the decision review officer calling. In the past, I got an HLR call from 727. That's St. Petersburg. That's where it's coming from. Area code and decision took 2 or 3 days. Now it's 4 days. Is that bad? No, man. If you're getting a decision in 2 or 3 days after the informal conference. Now, when I was there, I can't remember. I would have to look at the Daniel, good question. You made me think about something. I would have to look at the M21, not -1, but the -5. The M21 -5 covers the high level review, the appeals process, right? And I don't know if they have in there the number of days that they are supposed to complete that rating decision after having that informal conference. Obviously, if it's a DTA error, I just upload a video about the DTA error process. So that'll take a little bit longer than 2 or 3 days. Okay, Jero, sorry about that. Even though I had proof in my records from my COPD with testing results, I had to do it again. I was also granted for ED through medication. When should I hear a response from the VA? Yeah, Gerald, there's no Gerald, you didn't tell me if you in Hawaii. You didn't tell me if you surfed or not. There's no set time frame. I've seen people get service connected in 7 days, and I've seen people would take 60 days, 90 days. So I can't tell you a set time frame or date because it's not one. Okay, everyone. So we are over an hour. I didn't see how many likes that we had. We got 245 people. Make sure you hit that like button to help other vets see the YouTube channel. I'm sorry. 17 Cav Scouts. Okay, yep. I know 17. Was that 1st, 2nd, or 3rd Brigade down there? And again, I'm going to do a video about these 3 changes for tinnitus. They're saying they're removing the diagnostic code criteria for tinnitus, tinnitus, sleep apnea at the 50%, and changing the general rating criteria for mental conditions. So after I do that video, let me know. And I'll still be asking people even next month on December live stream about if you want me to do a follow-up or free event, take some questions and walk you through that. Also, I'm going live again next week. I should have said that at the beginning. And I have a guest right now. It's tentative because they haven't got back with me. But they're going to come on and they're going to be talking about Medicare and Medicaid, part A, B, and C, I believe. Yeah, A, B, and C. I know it's A, B. Yeah, it should be C. And so we'll be taking some general VA claims questions, but some questions about Medicare and Medicaid as it pertains to veterans. Okay. So definitely, if you subscribe, we'll post that event probably next Sunday or early first thing next Monday morning, but it'll be next Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. Um, I'm just going through. Okay, shout out from Bradenton. I used to work in Bradenton over at Tropicana years ago. Okay. All right, so we got what, 168 people. I'm just going to go through real quick and see how many likes we got. 169. Come on, people, help me out. 181 and 182. Yeah, 182 and 255 watching. Yeah, they trying to Grace Smith say snitch. Yeah, Grace, I'm telling it all. They mad. They mad. I'm like little Daryl, little Daryl on first 48. Yeah, I'm snitching. Grace, you crazy. Say snitch. All right, 191. Okay. All right, everyone. Again, thanks. I definitely appreciate all the support. Okay, we got 204. We're getting up over 200. Okay. Definitely appreciate all the support. We got the 212. My team and I'm gonna share this with them tomorrow. As you can see, I was going to show you all that reply. You can see it in the reflection, but enough people didn't say they want to see it. If you want to see it, somebody let me know if you want me to show it. I'll show it real quick and provide some context. But again, my team and I, we got a passion for this. We want to make sure we get you all the information that we think that's going to help you with your VA claim. The book, the live streams that we do. So, we definitely we want to cover that. Okay, so Happiness said, show it. Okay, so show it, man. RC. Okay, I'll show it. All right, here we go. Okay, so this was someone, and on the other one, I didn't leave. I blurred out their name. I'm not going to blur out this name because it's public information. Okay. And once I talk about this, I'm not going to talk about it anymore because I don't want you all focusing on it and losing sight. Okay. So they say don't fall for manufactured outrage. Let me know if I sounded mad in that video. And I did a video last year where I didn't have any of my business polos on, and I was pissed. And in that video, people were like, "Man, Dwayne, we never seen you pissed." And I wasn't like this in this video. I kind of was like laughing, So what outrage? And they don't even know me to say I was outraged. But anyway, context matters, as a comment made by the Raider is not proof that the Raider is against veterans. Well, that's what they didn't come out and say it indirectly, like, oh, veterans are doing too much. And if their claim is prolonged, it's self-inflicted, meaning it's your fault. The Raiders are doing too much. And it made me feel like they were saying if veterans are getting DBQs from doctors that are over 100 miles away. And even I talk about this in the video where I gave a couple of scenarios where a veteran could be over 100 miles away. Even I used VA receipts from their website. So I was like, and it says, Mr. Kimball is making a clickbait post with unsubstantiated accusations against the Raider. How can I make unsubstantiated accusations when that's, he was telling me he couldn't believe he or she, I don't know who it was. They couldn't believe I was a Raider or saying that I was a Raider. And in that comment, that person didn't provide any proof. And then it was misinformation because they were like, in the 526, it states 100 miles. No, it doesn't. In the 526, it uses the word examination 11 times. And then I came back and showed not only M21-1 references, but 38 CFRs. I brought receipts. Like the Atlanta housewives, they be talking about, they pull up their little phones and they talking about they have receipts. Okay. How about breaking it down without negative attitude? That you all let me know. Did it seem like I had a negative attitude? Are we really expected to believe that Kimball was a completely impartial Raider when he gets so heated? Oh man, you don't know me well enough No, when I get heated. I only done one video, I think, where yeah, I was highly, I was pissed. But it wasn't any comment or anything like that. I think it was last year, and I was talking about when I was talking about this very topic, Raiders refusing to use private DBQs. And this was last year. So I was talking about this last year. Okay. Um, and if you follow me on Facebook, either on my business page or if you're in the veteran group, either one, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I can answer that. You all can watch some of the comments. Are you really expected to believe that Kimball was a completely impartial Raider? A coworker, another Raider that I work with follows me on Facebook, and from time to time, he comments on my posts, and he'll tell you, "I work with Dwayne. He's legit." Now, I'm pretty sure you may talk to some other Raiders that didn't like me, and I didn't really like them, maybe because of the way they rated. Okay, so you can follow me, and those are receipts. Okay, so I didn't want to spend too much time on that. We're done. We're going to just take that, and we are going to ball that up like that, and we are going to put it in a little trash can down here, and we're not going to talk about it anymore. We're going to put it in a little box and wrap it up and out to sea, let it go to the ocean bed so nobody can find it. Okay. Um, so say no negative attitude. You were just speaking the truth. Yep. Most definitely. Where can I get a deeper? Okay, so welcome. VR came in late. Welcome. Go back up to the top or the description section of the video, and I list two medical, a medical and a mental health professional. I think they're the best in the game. It's my opinion. There are plenty of other companies out there that you can get DBQs from. So anybody else need a DBQ, that make sure you go look in the description section and get that information. Okay. So I just saw that hit dog holler. Don't give. Yep. That's why I said, we're not gonna talk about that anymore. But I just wanted to bring it attention to people because I've, told people there's actually Raiders out there that's not advocates. Um, so you all aware that to give to say that or show you that as an incentive to make sure you go out and get educated, because we had a couple people come on tonight say, "Hey, Dwayne, I'm at 80%, I'm 90%. Started watching you 2 years ago, got your book, and I went from 0 to 80." Okay, proof is in the pudding, and that should be an incentive to hear a comment like that from a VA employee. That should be your incentive to make sure you buckle down, read the book, look at my videos, jump on here, and people ask me questions on my YouTube channel. And if you go and you look at all of my videos, look at the replies. I reply to 98% of the comments. Now, if you're talking about Ukraine, Israel, Palestine, the border, my my channel is not a political channel. We don't do that. So I'll either, leave a comment saying subscribe to my newsletter, or if it's really disrespectful, I'll just delete it. Okay. But again, um, make sure you let that be an incentive. I'm going to buy this book. I only went from 20 to 40. Okay. So, real quick, if you go to my website to get this book, kmd89.com, make sure you put a coupon code in TDH, Tango Delta Hotel. Okay. Tango Delta Hotel 15 to get 50% off. Okay. Here is, or I'll give you all the link. Okay. There's the link. Okay. So you can go there, purchase the book. I'll send you a signed copy and it's going to help you out. I know it's going to be a game changer. Okay. So, that being said, I do apologize for taking you over 15 minutes, but thank you again for the support. Um, we made it. We made it. Okay. You helped us get here. Yep. That's it, David. Dog TDH15. Yep. That is the coupon code. Send it out not tomorrow, but Friday. The next order books goes out Friday. Make sure you put that coupon code in, and I will send you a signed copy. Nope, there's no Audible version at this time. Okay, so everyone, enjoy. Thanks again. Don't give up the fight. Make sure you get educated. All right, take care. Oh, wait a minute, Carlos. Okay, send me an email at info at kmd89.com, Carlos, and I'll refund you the shipping. Okay. Or I think the shipping is probably more than the 15%. But either way, send me an email and I will refund you a partial amount, either equivalent to the 15% or the shipping, either one. But make sure you email me because I got a lot of stuff going on and I don't want to forget, but I'll give you a partial email. Okay. All right. You all take care and good night.